Mr. Birdie, good morning. Hit that like button real quick. Gonna be live in about 1 minute on Twitter, so no voice today.
back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. I wish that I could be with you. With you. With you. Yeah, just come down. Oh,
think an ad is coming. Ads.
I like ads.
Meerkat?
Huh? What?
With YouTube Premium, there are no ads.
Oh, that makes sense.
Get YouTube Premium. All YouTube, no interruptions.
What's a YouTube?
Can't you see us there, moving the clouds? Will you go with me to discover all the memories? Now
my new single from Saturno on YouTube Music playlist Al Millón.
The YouTube Music app lets you discover undiscovered songs and humble brag that you heard it first. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Lift my heart up when the rest of me is down. You enchant me even when you're not around. If there are boundaries, I will try to knock them down. I'm latching on, babe. Now I know what I have found.
Pretty happy close that out, but gained like 144. I just bought myself some extra time, knowing where we are in the market right now. So that's what I got my eyes on it.
YouTube Shorts presents the fun side of 2022. Watch now.
Even if I try, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I try, my love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. My love, my love, my love, she keeps me warm.
cheek. Father, 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 help us, and some guidance from above. 'Cause right now people have me questioning, where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love, the love, the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love, the love, the love? What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mamas. Think the whole world's addicted to the drama, only attracted to the things that'll bring you trauma. Overseas, yeah, we trying to stop the terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in the USA, the big CIA, the Bloods and the Crips and the KKK. But if you only have love for your own race, then you only leave space to discriminate, and to discriminate only generates hate. And when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. Man, this is what you demonstrate, and that's exactly how anger works and operates. When you gotta have love just to set it straight, to control of your mind and meditate, but you still gravitate to the love, y'all, y'all, the love, y'all, y'all, to the love, y'all, y'all, the love, y'all, y'all, to the love, y'all, y'all, the love, y'all, y'all, to the love, y'all, y'all, the love, y'all, y'all. People killing, people dying, shouldn't hurt you hear 'em crying. Can you practice what you preach, or would you turn the other cheek? Father, 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 help us, and some guidance from above. 'Cause right now people have me questioning, where is the love? The love, the love. Where is the love, the love, the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love, the love?
All right, guys. Can y'all hear me? Check, check. We're live. We're back. I love spaces. Was fun. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, got
Let me find this really quick. Check, check, check. What's up, Steve? All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Trying to find my. Treasure.
Patiently and wait. Makes sense. Paper gains. I saw you take those.
One second, guys. All right, guys, if you are joining, all right, let's do a little special information session. We'll probably jump into Zoom to make it a little easier. Feel free, by the way, right now, you guys check up and join the Discord really quick. We're going to do a live info session and we're going to do like a live tutorial. But right now, we're going to hang out on YouTube for about 30 more minutes. If you guys checked us out earlier, in the spaces, appreciate you guys joining in. Make sure we'll be here live every day, and of course you're here for the live trading challenge we're going to do. We'll be starting first of the year, so in the meantime I'll show you guys some rocket scooter stuff and really go through super quick all the indicators that we have and how cool, things of like you guys checking us. I mean, how cool you guys are coming in, give us a chance to take a look at the platform we've made. And we want to show you whatever it is that you guys do. I'm going to show you all some really cool tricks. So if it's your first day here, say, hey man, it's my first day here. Thanks for having me. Right. And then I will love to show you guys something. Let me open up this particular thing. I just built a brand new computer, so I'm still installing things. Feel free to like the stream really quick. Click that like button. All right, gotta turn on my pencil tool. 1 second, put this on. Cool. Okay. All right. All right, let's get everybody in here. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. We'll start talking in just a second. All right, what do we got here? All right. Okay, we're going to get started in about 5 minutes. I'm going to... Okay. All right, let's do this. We're gonna be doing we'll be on YouTube for about maybe 30 more minutes, and then we're gonna go to a Zoom call, which is a little more formal. We're gonna have just essentially a cool little training session on the overall rocket suit. It takes like 5 minutes to really get my day started, know what it is that I want to do. So when we get this session going, you guys are going to learn very quickly a new style of trading that you may not have ever seen before. And so hopefully you guys love it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna start inviting some folks to the stream. So let's go here. Okay. Do I have music playing? Is the music too loud? Can you guys hear me? Above the music, or should I turn the music down? I'm still balancing out on my sound and stuff. Look at my... Sounds good. Cool, cool. Hey, all right, awesome. So appreciate all of you tuning in. Give me 1 second. All of our folks, this is the first morning. Normally our stream has all of our folks in here. So even our team was in the Twitter space. So let's get everybody from our team back in here. If you guys don't mind, mods, go there and invite everybody back to the stream and tell everybody to get in now, because we're gonna do a really awesome training session, and we're gonna be recording some videos today too. So rally the troops. Let's get ready to go. We'll get started in like 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. While you guys are here, smash that like button, and we're gonna get started. I'm gonna, in about 10 minutes, I hope to blow your minds with at least one little factoid or something you didn't know about markets. So we're gonna talk about something really cool. If you want to get prepared, go to therocketscooter.com and just grab the software. You can log in, you can be in, and within 5 minutes, no credit card required, you'll be up and running, get the platform. We'll show you what it is you're looking at in just a moment. We'll walk you through all the pieces. So everybody go grab it real quick. All right, everybody here. Sorry, I had my microphone muted. You guys ready to get going? All right. If it's your first day here, type in a ticker. I'm going to do something that none of you have seen before. I'm going to take your ticker and I'm going to draw on the screen without cheating. Type in a ticker. I will use just this widget right here. And I will draw what I think that stock you type in did without looking at that stock's chart. No historic data, no anything. I will use just this information. Well, actually, I'll use this app right here. And let me get people in the right link because I accidentally sent people to the wrong place to sign up. And I will draw and give me 10 of them. And I'm talking like, give me the weirdest, just give me, as long as there's options, I can do this analysis, right? So give me something that you think I haven't looked at. Try to trick me. Throw me a curveball. I accidentally sent people to the test server by copying the link. Cut and paste the wrong. Okay, cool. All right, and I will actually show you how powerful your analysis can be and your reliance on charts, right? I want you to do me a favor too. While we're sitting here, I want you to look at your chart for that stock, and I want you to draw. See, I'm not going to look at those stocks at all, and I do this in our stream a lot. We call it lightning round, and I say, people, send me your favorite tickers and I'll just show you. I want to prove to you that there's a part of your analysis that you've been missing. And it's really understanding the mechanics of why markets move to begin with. Not every day funds are waking up saying, ooh, I want a long Apple. Ooh, I want a short Apple. People aren't necessarily getting in and out of their positions as much as you think they are. In reality, the market may rally one day because one firm just loaded up on Apple and that caused the rally in Apple. And then maybe like 3 days later, another firm got on Apple. It's not all of Wall Street constantly going, okay, today we're bullish, today we're bearish. That's a myth, and that's never been the case maybe a long time ago. Right now, algorithms are just mostly balancing risk. Trimming positions or adding to them, yes, but the most of the movement you will see in markets is just market maker and hedging. It's finding liquidity. It's them moving price to where they think buyers and sellers will be. And your job as a trader is to know that and react to that. And the goal is to react to the idea that markets are moving in a predictable fashion most of the time. Because if you know where liquidity is, you not necessarily can predict where the market itself pivots. I mean, where the market itself will eventually go. But what you do is you will know where you want to act. And so today on Tesla, as an example, I know what I want to do. So let's start off with something cool. SPY. All right. SPY, I'm going to pull up the Classic app. So you have two different apps on Rocket Scooter. Classic app is a mobile-friendly browser version of the app that shows, you know, it's shaped like a phone to get some information. So all this shows me on SPY, if I type in SPY, the way that it works is you type in your ticker, don't change any of the things, and just hit refresh and it'll give you the answer. On Rocket Scooter, just leave everything as is, auto, daily auto, right? You type in your ticker at the top and then a liquidity map will pop up and draw it. And then from here, I make my analysis. Okay. So in SPY, what these letters do is these letters correspond with the relationship of price to the three major things we're looking at. And liquidity map is one, it contains three different indicators: hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure, and then of course where the real bull and bear side is. One thing you will note, and I'll train you guys on this, bull and bear side of the market is very important. It's easy to see that Tesla opens on the bear side. It also opens below hedge pressure and monthly hedge pressure, which also were shorting pressures. So these letters correspond to where price is relative to all these things. Don't think too much about it. Essentially what you do is you just take those letters and you come to here, you match the letter to the letter, and you can tell yourself, oh, okay, BRSD, and then I look at the playbook, and this is available in the Discord, and in later versions of the platform, usually beginning of the year, we actually will be having these arrows drawn on here for you with a little statistics to go with them. It's going to be very cool. Once you have something called Trade Planner, will help you plan your trades before you make them. So again, it's like something that other platforms don't have. You could say, I want to buy Tesla. What's the probability that it rallies? What's the risk I take if it doesn't? And it'll give you all the stats. And once we're able to let you trade through a brokerage or brokerages, it can actually tie into your own trading stats of your own trading style and actually coach you algorithmically and say, hey, I notice every time you chase green candles and you get squeezed and you're actually longing on false breakouts, did you know it's hitting hedge pressure and turning around? Maybe that's where you're consistently messing up, and the algorithm can consistently or find your consistencies where you're doing something inconsistently wrong or consistently wrong. So it gives you like behavioral changes to say like you always chase these green candles in BRSD. We notice you do that 90% of the time. It's gonna be called Trade Planner and statistical backtesting and algorithmic journaling. So the idea, is there a link to that file? If you go to our Discord really quick, this file is in our Discord in the liquidity map. So when everybody do me a favor, it's actually, if you go to the dashboard of Rocket Scooter, the liquidity map will be there for you guys. So if you go and sign in on your dashboard, the link to the Discord or the file will be there. So I'll show you how that works. So on your dashboard, if you go to liquidity map, this will open up the link for you and bring up this little guideline. And so in the meantime, that's how we do it. So everybody check on my screen really quick. Okay, go here. Click on this thing right there. Okay. So the cool ones, and I'll talk about some of the indicators. Let's just do this fun thing you guys said really quick, and you guys let y'all know. Okay. We're gonna do SPY first. Okay. So when I pull up the classic app and you said, let's do SPY, right? SPY is going to give me a series of letters and it says BR, L, and U. So when I pull up the liquidity map, I'm just going to do it very quick and then I'll show you how I did what I did. So SPY, I'm just going to draw it right on the screen. We have 398 is bear side, 373 is a monthly hedge pressure, and then 381 is hedge pressure. Because it's bear long up, my brain is telling me we're above here somewhere, and the 398 is the limit. So for SPY, as an example, in bear long up, I'm going to just pull let me pull this some. And again, I'm not looking at SPY right now, so no cheating. In bear long up, I'm looking for SPY touching hedge pressure and at least rallying back up to where we open. So this black dot means where you open. So SPY likely opened, dipped to hedge pressure, and I would long from there to return to the open. A nice little day trading scalp with a stop on the other side of that green arrow. So SPY, if I were to take a guess today, best case scenario, SPY likely wherever it opened, and actually do me a favor because I have to know this too. Type in SPY, Goldman Sachs, and SPX and all those. Tell me the price they open at 9:30. I want everybody here to do the same thing. Not just the ticker, but the one piece of information I do need is what price it was when it opened. I can deduct that for SPY today, but some of them might be a little trickier. So if you tell me the opening price is the only piece of data that we do need. 379. Okay, cool. So SPY actually has a hedge pressure break today. So when SPY was actually opening, you said at 379? Okay. So let's start over. SPY opens here, which it would have started as a bear short up. And what happened was it looks like SPY has broken through hedge pressure and is now moving. This is actually called a gamma squeeze. So anytime you break through hedge pressure, markets will move very rapidly behind it. So on a bear short up on SPY, you can see that SPY has, let me change the color of this, right? You can see that if SPY opens like this, there are pivoting action from yellow to blue and blue to yellow, and anything that breaks here is a massive run up. So I know that if I was trying to short SPY off of 381 and it breaks through, I need to get out of the way. So what SPY looks like it did was, you know, 381 to 373 is where that kind of pivoting range is. And if you break through 381, there is no short and it's a free rally from there. So normally in BRSU, I either short against hedge pressure or I long against monthly. Being bull-minded, so I enter the market bull-minded because of my fundamental thesis. So I'm only going to long where it makes sense. So if you look at the BRSU playbook, right, I'm either only going to long off of yellow and nowhere else, or I'm going to long when it breaks out. The S changes to an L when you break above hedge pressure, just to indicate that you have a gamma break. And so when you get that squeeze, it runs really quick. So now that SPY is if you look at these two, they're very similar, right? The difference is that this one is when you're in this range. And when you break through, it runs really fast, right? So if I'm wanting to long SPY, I'm not longing anywhere other than I see pivots. So in this example, I'm either longing at that lower hedge pressure monthly, or I'm longing if we break through that blue line. So today I'm either longing at 373 if we dip to there and I'm grabbing the dip, or I'm longing 381 breakout to chase. So my options are I'm longing at 373 with a stop at 372. Remember, I haven't even looked at the SPY chart. Or I'm chasing a long that breaks through here, hits that level. You look for volume to spike and then volume to decay. And that is the trick of what we do. When volume decays, the site is chosen. And then 381 is a launch point with a stop at 380. Okay. And I did that really slowly. I actually do it much quicker than that. Normally I have my trade plan in about 10 seconds. So SPY right here, I didn't do anything. And then now there's that volume spike that decays, volume spike that decays right there. Like, I mean, it's like a play-by-play. I didn't even look at the chart. And so while I didn't long anywhere in here and I didn't long anywhere in there, now I got confirmation for a long. Volume spike and decay, volume spike and decay. How about that, right? So far, so cool. So far, so good. Pretty cool. So now 381 with the 380 stop is now my price target to whatever the next resistance is. And again, now we're looking at the chart. The bear long up says trades the next resistance. Well, the next resistance is the edge of the bear zone. You don't bet that you leave the bear zone. 96% of the time, if you open in the bear zone, SPY is back tested to stay in the bear zone. So now I have a choice to make. Well, this is pretty damn cool, right? I mean, I literally drew volume decay, hedge pressure, predicts high volume decay. If it breaks through, I'm chasing at 381, maybe, to next resistance, right? Now, 398 was the... Wait, let me double check this. SPY, where did I get 398 from? Oh, my bad. There's the wrong date in there. There we go. There you go. 398 was... Sorry, 383. Not 398. I was looking way up here. So 383 was my resistance. So you trade to the edge of the bear zone. So while I wrote 398, I meant to write 383. Not bad. I was wondering that's pretty high. So if I were to say that 381 to 383 is a 2-point run with a 1-point stop, check this out. I just created a 2-to-1 trade if I wanted to take it. Now, the idea is now I have a reason to trade and why I want to trade it. And now I have the risk and reward. But I wouldn't bet that we leave that bear side. So is everybody kind of following the process? I know it's a little messy for the first time, but let me show you how quick it is. So SPY, does SPY look pretty good from here? It kind of does for now. This indicator is another indicator that predicts if this white line is support or not. So as long as this indicator is above 0, this white line is support. So I'm expecting SPY to hold there for the day. Pretty cool. Do me another one. Okay, Karan. So can you do, you said Goldman Sachs. Where did Goldman Sachs open? If it's your first day here, I want you guys to do me a favor, or anybody here, do me a favor. Give me a ticker and just the opening price, and I'll predict what it did without looking at the chart, knowing nothing about the stock. BNTX. If there's options, I can do this analysis. What is it? BNTX? Okay. Ooh, all right, there we go. I need to know, Zombie Cat, tell me which, all I need to know is what price it was when it opened. So Garrett has said, so Goldman Sachs, Marcus said this, right? Okay, so GS, Goldman Sachs has a 345.99. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna show you this really cool. Okay. $350. B. 345. BR. Okay. Watch this. And you said it opened at 345. So we're down here. It's a BSD. Let's pull liquidity map up. Let me get my liquidity map. Let's just leave this on the screen, actually. Okay, so you see how fast we can go? Okay. So Goldman Sachs opening at 345.99. It is a BSD. BSD looks like this. Goldman Sachs moved to 347. And just like SPY, anything that breaks 347, I'm longing to somewhere, but the illiquidity goes to 350. So there's a trade from 347 to 350 on a breakout long with a stop at 346. And if I'm a bear, I'm shorting against 347.5. So the bull side is, I don't know, my handwriting really sucks. My bear side is shorting off of there. So fundamentally, I'm a bull. I would wait for the 347 breakout to 350. That creates a 2.5 to 1 trade. Everything from here down is a short from 347.5 to where we open at 346. So there is a 1.5 to 1 short. There's a 2.5 to 1 long. And being bull biased, I'm more prone to take the long trend of Goldman Sachs. See what it did. Even look at the chart. Never seen Goldman Sachs in today's session. So let's see what we have. There's a 347.5 short with the 1.5 1 to trade, and there's 347.5 short, just like I drew. All right, throw me another one. Lightning round. I'm gonna go fast. Let's go as fast as you can. Pretty cool, right? Boom, boom, boom. Now, how do I do this, right? There's no magic here. It's just understanding what you're like, well, where's his charts? Where's his indicator? What about yesterday's close? What about today's open? What about the gap? What about the momentum? What about the breakout? What about... I don't look at anything. I don't even look at the chart. All I need is today's opening price and the numbers that Rocket Seeder gives me. And I have my trade plan before I see the chart. That's the point. Because when you look at a chart, the indicators on a chart are very prone to changing your bias. You may think a certain way and you look at the chart and your guru may have showed you. Like if you guys like what I just did and you saw that was pretty cool, right? It took, what, 30 seconds and I already had 2 trades mapped out. Without looking at anything. I didn't even analyze Goldman Sachs. I analyzed the market, analyzed any of the fundamentals. Well, how is that so accurate in that particular way? Well, this is where Wall Street's betting. This is the sum of all information available on Goldman, right? Every quant firm, every insider trader, everybody out there has positioned themselves already with all the information that could be out there. So it's like I'm staring at Wall Street while they're doing their homework, and I'm standing over their shoulder just kind of copying their answers. They're telling me where they're bullish and bearish and where they're hedging. So without an abnormality, like a new event, like Goldman Sachs gets a catalyst that changes everybody's mind, the market's just going to fall into like the sum of least resistance and sum of least risk. It's like water flows where the least resistance is, right? It's like physics. It's the same thing. Order flows to where the least resistance is as well. And so that's how I trade. I let Wall Street tell me where markets should be going, and I either follow that or I wait for them to go the other way where they shouldn't be, and then I take the squeeze play. So you said BNTX. Everybody here, I want you to do me a favor and throw me a curveball. I'm going to prove to you that everything you've used it for as a trader is kind of lacking, right? I'm going to show you that before I look at the chart, I already have a plan, and then I look at the chart and then see, okay, what's going on? Because the idea is the chart might change what you thought was going to happen. Oh, I'm bullish. Man, that 5-minute chart looks bearish. Ooh, that hourly chart looks bearish. That is not what is bearish. Bearish is today's sentiment. History will not make any sense for what's going on today. Wall Street's telling you where they're bulls and bears today. Don't look at your chart to decide if the market's bullish or bearish. Literally will tell you today. Goldman Sachs at this level is bullish because people are bullish there. These are massive institutional positions that are taking risk when there's no other side of the trade. When markets are liquid, buyers and sellers are agreeing. But when markets are illiquid, bull zones pop out and bear zones. Bull zone means there were bulls there when there were no bears. This means people are bullish here. Nobody's shorting against them. Clearly, the market's not crashing out for Goldman Sachs today. Because Wall Street this morning, we open in the area where the market's bullish. Now, again, it's trading lower, but you see that the market is not, or Goldman Sachs is having a hard time collapsing on itself because there were bulls here at the close of yesterday. This is all of the positions that are available in that stock. Okay, so now tell me the opening price, Zombie Cat, of that BNTX. And everybody here, do me a favor. I want everybody here to type a stock. That way I'm not pre-prepping anything. Type some random stock and just tell me at 9:30 what its price was, and I'll show you how quickly you can analyze this. Now, when the algorithm is on, all of its information on this light app is actually just showing me right there what to expect. Okay. Yeah. Opening price. Okay. It's okay. So BNTX 166.25. Okay. I'm gonna try it even faster. Now, after we get off this YouTube stream, we're gonna have a Zoom call, and I'll actually show you how I do this particular trick. So BNTX 166.25. So I wake up today and I look at BNTX. I can see, okay, well, it opened right here somewhere. You have monthly hedge pressure there. Let me make this a little smaller. And again, 168.75. Okay, so it gives me some letters. I'm going to come to here. And I can see that this BNTX has pivots there and a breakout there. And I look for these, right? So if there is a break of 168.75, I'm taking the long to 180. So 168.75, breakout to 180 is my chase long. If I'm a bull, I want to wait for that bull run. If I want to buy the dip, I wait for the confirmation to take it. And this bear long down, there is a short off of 180 back to 168.75. So there is this particular short from here to here, or a breakout long from there to there. So that big range is scalpable or tradable. And that's a lot of move too for that stock. Anything that loses 168.75 that breaks out, it's going to collapse on itself. So today I'm going to long the 168.75 breakout with a swing to 180. That's a lot of space. It's probably not going to go there in a day. But that's basically it. And if I was a bear, I'm not shorting this at all until 180. So I would avoid shorting this particularly. And as a bull, I'd want to long the 68.75 break. And there you go. There's the 68.75 break. And I would long the 68.75 break, just like I showed. Okay, questions? All right, Tesla. Cool deal. Okay, let's do Tesla. Now, granted, I've already seen Tesla, so I know what it's doing. But let's pull Tesla. Let's just do it because we talked about Tesla this morning. So just full disclosure, I've seen Tesla, so I know what it's doing. Where's my app? Okay. So the liquidity map is showing me is where real Wall Street is positioned bullish and real Wall Street is positioned bearish. And it shows you the split between bulls and bears. Very important as a trader. And this is just market maker hedging levels. They're very high volume pivots. Then when you touch them, they're going to pivot the market. And if they don't, then you know the market's being overpowered by traders. Simple as that. And so the three together, BRSD is the most bearish signal that you have in liquidity map. So, oh, thank you guys for posting up some things. So Tesla gives me some letters. And here is that particular setup. So just to go very quick, 152.5 are those resistances in Tesla, which are down here. And it looks like we opened at 149 some change, okay? So on this particular setup, I look for it to interact with hedge pressure and return back to normal. So the idea is I'm not longing Tesla unless there's a 52.5 break, which goes to 160. So my long play on Tesla has to be that, nothing else. I don't know if I want to long though, because we open in this bear short downside. So there is no buying the dip in Tesla today, in my opinion. And at 149, going to 152.5 and returning to 149, this is the scalp from 52.5 to 49. That's predictable. So I'm going to circle that in green because that's the trade I normally would be making if I wanted to short Tesla. So 152.5 is that break point. I either short from it to come down or I don't do anything. If we do break with that velocity, then I take the long. So this is the only thing that matters is this level. And I remember this morning, Adam Cash was talking about it. He's like, that 152.5 is very important. And so Tesla today, as you see, it has that general push down of a BRSD, but it didn't pivot where I wanted it to pivot, which is okay. Oh, darn, I missed the trade, but hey, I didn't buy the dip, right? I'm too smart to do that. And how many people bought the dip and chased the high, right? So that's the point. So far, so good. Do you guys like what you're seeing? Like, how is this guy planning a trade? Risk, reward, profit, loss, targets without looking at the chart. And you can tell yourself, oh my gosh, I've been chasing green candles and getting squeezed and chasing red candles, getting squeezed, or buying the dip, praying that's going to turn around, when all day today, the moment the market opens, I'm only long if you break 152.5. I'm doing nothing else until then. Right now, Tesla, I'm just ignoring it. I was pretty sure it was likely going to follow that bearish pathway from one of these levels. And of course, it is doing that, right? So let's do some more. So the idea is I'm not hoping for random market pivots. I know that today Tesla's not going to long where I want it to very easily. It's going to take a catalyst to break through that and keep going. So I'm not buying the dip in Tesla today. Look at this. I can get in lower. I didn't chase Tesla at 148. I'm waiting. If I wanted to swing Tesla, look at this. I can actually find lower lows. Look at this, 142. So if you chase this to get in on the long, even though it's bearish pressure, I have sat out. And if I wanted to buy Tesla, I actually longed better than you did. If I even long here for the long haul, even buying Tesla stock to invest in, just because I had a higher probability it's going down than up. So the idea is that all you really want to do as a trader is edge out the people you're trading against. So all your friends are like, I'm buying Tesla today. You can say, maybe I'll buy Tesla too. But you know this is not a good place to buy. There's no buyers. There's no proven buyers anywhere in this bear zone. So as a trader, you know that you might have a high chance of getting a very lower low and getting in better than your buddies, right? And that's the point as a trader. When everybody wants to do something, really go to the drawing board and look for something. I have no indication Tesla's done selling. No indication, right? Well, actually, we do, but we'll talk about that later. Let's actually see where Tesla, I think, will bottom out. So we have a trick for everything. I promise you that. Tesla has Tesla can fall to $100. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely not buying the dip anywhere. But even so, the idea is that you slightly better understanding of why things are moving. And that's one thing we'll talk about. So throw me some more GILD. Okay, let's do that. And again, any stock, you can do this for anything. All you need is the opening price. Yes, it's not even a trick. It's a legitimate strategy. You're planning risk and reward without letting the charts change how you see the market. These are Wall Street's positions. There's your bulls, there's your bears. Looks like JLD opened at 83.64. So we opened right here in between these two. It's a bear short up. So 85.5 is hedge. 2.5 is monthly. 86 is bear wall. Okay. So we opened right here. It's a bear short up. Okay. It's telling me that we are between the two hedge pressures and monthly. So today, this is a great scalping opportunity that I expect us to be between here and there and there. I can scalp these two levels all day long. There's nothing else I want to do. If I want to long for a longer haul trade, 87 breakout would be the bull side. So at 87, clearly I want to be bullish, right? If the bulls are there, then I want to be long where the bulls are. Also, between these hedge pressures is beautiful scalping. I love scalping here to here. If I'm a bull, I want to buy the dip there to there. If I'm a bear, I can short off of 85 to there. If I'm an investor bear, I'd want to take the breakout on 82.5 drop. So there's a scalp here. We'll call this 2. This is trade 1. This is trade 1 on the bull side, and this is trade 2 on the bull side. So obviously, I just expect to just scalp it from here to here. It's actually a really nice play, a couple % on that move. So without a catalyst, I expect it to just kind of pivot between the levels without any real mechanism to break out or trade. Now, again, maybe I'm not a day trader, right? So I'd buy at 82.5 to bet that it goes to 85. And then there is the pivot. There's the predictable high volume that we show when you touch hedge pressure. There's the volume that we show when you break it. So these high volume spikes are predictable. And so the one thing that Rockseeker is going to do that you guys didn't know before, and that's why we're breaking out the scene very rapidly right now, and you guys are getting to see what we're doing, is that you see this volume and you're like, where's that volume coming from? It's purely hedging. This is market makers balancing their risk. So if there's huge volume here, that's market makers that we know, it's not real traders doing this and doing this pivot. You're literally watching the institutions themselves controlling the market. And this is proof that they're doing it. It's predictable high volume at that level, which is very cool that you now have another side of the market you've never seen. There's no more trend indicators or drawings on your charts. It's, I know there's gonna be high volume here and there's gonna be high volume there. You can't predict when you get there, are there still buyers and sellers? Nobody can predict the stock market. So we have to dispel that myth for you. But probabilistically, the question is, if the market has high volume that will come here, this is predictable, the volume. Just not which way it goes. And that's the thing of a trader. You still have to gamble, but you're counting cards like a poker player. That's the difference. You now have the odds in front of you. It's slightly more bullish than bearish with proof. So if there is no catalyst, right? Why would everyone flip bearish for no reason, right? Algorithms are trading this. They don't have feelings. They're not scared of red candles. They just know risk. So why would the market flip spontaneously to be bearish or bullish for no reason? It never does. It almost never does, unless some trader or fund is buying millions of shares of something to brute force it. That it rarely happens. So the idea is that market makers are just pivoting price to find buyers and sellers. So if there's high volume here, you know there's going to be lots of buyers. So if they're lowering the price because people are selling, they're lowering the price to find buyers. And we're going to show you that's where buyers will be. Are there enough of them to hold the market? That's what you don't know. So you come in with a bias like, I want to buy the dip on this stock. Okay. And you wake up today and say, oh, great. I have a chance for the buyers to come in and overpower the sellers at this level. Because if they don't come in here, they're not going to come in anywhere else. This is all bear positioning. We just have a strange balance where market makers are floating the market there. And there's your proof. And the high volume is the proof. So if you guys didn't know, has anybody here, just type yes in chat really good. And smash that like button while you're here. Give us some love. A volume profile, the indicator. You are predicting tomorrow's volume profile before today's trading day has even started, not using yesterday's volume to trade today. That's the difference. A liquidity map is an indicator. We say the rocket scooter. Volume profile is your scooter, which is yesterday's trading levels accumulated and aggregated today into volume nodes. This is showing you tomorrow's volume profile that newbie traders will be using yesterday's pivots, which is today, tomorrow. You are looking at tomorrow's high volume nodes before they even trade there. You now have a 2-day head start, right? Or 1-day head start, I guess, plus some change against every other trader out there who's using volume profile. This is volume profile predictor. So all of our stuff, and we say rocket scooter, is a rocket for the scooter. There's no lie to it. You're staring at GILD, and there are high volume nodes here. And again, that's the strike, 82.5, right? So while there's a little bit of overshoot, you can see that every 50 cents there is an option there. 82.5 is where that activity is concentrated, here, here, and here. This volume is probably 10 times the average volume on a 1-minute candle. So you're going to have a high volume node at 82.5 tomorrow that you knew if you touched it from the start of the day would be high volume. So as a trader, you're either bearish from there or bullish from there. If you're bearish or bullish anywhere in the middle, you're more likely gambling in the dark. And do you guys understand that difference, right? So as a trader, I'm looking to be bearish somewhere or bullish somewhere. Where's the high volume going to be? Well, it will be here and it will be there. And that's almost always the case. Predicting volume is what we do. All of our indicators will predict volume. Activity due to some kind of mechanic that's repeatable on a daily basis, but you can't predict direction easily or else we'd all be rich, right? But at least you know where the points of interest are. And I'm not chasing a long, chasing a short. I'm waiting. There's my long, there's my stop. I'm betting for it to go to there. So now you have risk management. And some predictable avenues. Okay, couple more. Okay, BTU, one more. Okay, let's do one more, and then we're gonna break off into Zoom, and I'll show you guys some stuff. So everybody go to rocketscooter.com and grab the free trial. I'm gonna show you other indicators for different styles of trading. If you're a swing trader, we have something today we'll do. An investor, we have something today we'll do. I'll show you a trick for everything. It's pretty cool. Okay, so BTU 2883. All right, this one's a little cool. BSU, we're opening here. 29 is monthly, 29.25 is hedged. Okay. 29 resistance. 28.83 open. So if you break 29, it goes to 30 at the bear zone. So there's a scalp from 29 to 30. 28.83. It's a BSU, so on that setup, I'm looking to long off of monthly, which this doesn't apply because we open below it. So 28.85 to 29.25 is 28.5. So 28.5. It's a really tight trade. You see how it's jumbled up, so it's not really a clear breakout, but there are some scalps because there's high percentage on this one. So 28.5, I would long to the halfway point of hedge, which would be like 29, give or take. Or okay, this is a little tougher because it's really small. I should do the math in my head. There's tiny little scalps. Since they're small, I probably wouldn't take any of them. So I'm going to take no trades on this one, but 29 to 30 is a breakout, and 28.5 is a dip to basically scalp from. So those are my two options. I'm not shorting this guy. What was it? Did you say BTU? So 29 breakout to hedge pressure. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to look at hedge pressure. Yeah, 29 breakout to 30 for a breakout long. with the short stop here. Now it hit hedge pressure. I made a mistake. I forgot to look at this number. So the next resistance is always the next pivot. Hit your hedge pressure right here. So instead of to 30, I made an error. It would have been the 29.25. So actually I wouldn't have taken that because the breakout between the two hedge pressures, this is always what you're looking for to be pivots. So this breakout actually didn't, 30 was what I was looking at, that resistance there. I forgot this one. So that would have been actually a no trade. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to trade it. So 28.5 would be a dip I would buy from there to there though, just for a scalp, and I would close it all. But in all honesty, I looked at this and was like, meh, at the start, and it's like, nah, right? It's not doing anything. So resilience, yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I want everybody to do me a favor. We're going to go to Zoom in a second. I want you guys to all come to the Zoom call. And we're going to do some training. Okay, I'm gonna put up a Zoom link in our Discord. So first and foremost, we're gonna give you guys the tools. Come over to the Discord really quick. Go here. Discord is gonna be free, so feel free to go here. Zoom link will be posted in just a little bit. Okay, so the other thing that you guys find is neat. So the idea is that I'm showing you that just putting in a stock, I can kind of tell the integrity of that market very rapidly. But one of the neat things is that we're going to show you guys that you might not have ever seen before is say that I like my favorite thing is I like to find all these bull setups, right? I want to find stocks that have that setup that are sitting right at that hedge trade. If I know that it's going to bounce on number 2 and that's my favorite trade, I can now come in here and use the scanner and sort by all stocks that meet that condition. And it's going to actually post them all for me. And so now it's generated a list of stocks, which again, this is the big, everyone, when we made the scanner, it was like just a overwhelming amount of applause, because this is like, instead of you telling it the stock you like and trying to see what that stock is doing like I did, which is, you know, a little hard mode. It's like, you know what? I love scalping between these hedge pressures. My favorite thing to do. Scalping between these hedge pressures, right? So let me actually sort by stocks that are in here and on one of those edges. Like the moment it's ready to go, let me actually find it. So an example is we're sorting by this first one on the list. You can see that it's finding all the ones that have that condition. And even to further define it, I want to find ones that are sitting right on that blue, ready to move, right? So now I'm going to go here. And I can sort from distance to hedge pressure, which is that blue level. American Airlines, GE, right on that cusp, right? Now I've got that actionable pivot ready to go. There's the high volume. It's right there. Pretty soon at the beginning of the year, we're going to have alerts where you can actually program your favorite setups, and it just sends you alerts. Hey, this stock is doing your setup. Breaking out, right? Bank of America. Now, granted, the day's already transpired, but you would see that Bank of America would have that move the minute it's on that blue line and pop up at the top of the list. So most of these have already taken place since it's roughly middle of the day. But you can see that stocks like Lowe's, again, right on the edge as well. So you would get the signal that you're looking for the minute it happens. And again, there's your high volume through hedge pressure interaction. Again, there's your high volume with hedge pressure interaction. So you now can sort for high volume pivots before they happen and just have it tell you when they happen. And that's the next cool part. Scanner is really fun. And you can actually, now I'm going to tell you my favorite setups here. I like to do BRSU scalps between the two. Easy as that every day. BRSU. I can sort by distance to monthly, which is the long trade, or distance from hedge pressure, which is the short trade. Let's find some short ones, right? Ones that are right at the top, Chipotle, right? Chipotle right on the edge of my short entry if I wanted to short. Texas Instruments, right? Right on that edge if I wanted to short, that's where it would be. CSX, ABC, I mean, they're all here, right? So actionably, I can actually just design which trades I want and just have, when we have our alerts window, which will be coming up, beginning of the year, it'll literally tell you, or you can just sit here and watch the scanners. The alerts will be tied into your phone. You can email yourself, messaging Discord, whatever, that you can get your own alerts that you program. A lot of us make our own scanner settings. You can actually add, once we have this feature, you'll be able to take like Matt's favorite scanner settings and have those alert you. So that you don't even have to think about it. You can just find the scanner setting that you like. And other members of the community will publish their own scanner settings too. So you'll be able to just come in and have the alerts that you pre-program, or you can download some templates to get started, just to kind of get your feet wet. Another thing we're talking about today is resilience, which is the S&P gap fill predictor and some other things. And then the doomsday. We have some really cool indicators that also predict pivots and volumes very accurately and repeatably. Again, you can't predict the stock market, but you can predict volume. That is mechanical because everyone hedges the same way. And so because of that, you know, as a trader, you want to have a little bit more narrowing down of all the possibilities of where you can buy and sell, just to a few places of interest, because you're expecting the market to have behavior there. And you're hoping that when you get there, it's in your favor. And if it's not, you know, to get out of the way. So that's the whole point. As a trader, you want to have a little bit more responsibility over your own destiny and control, at least, right? And if the market is just pivoting because it found buyers, it just lowered the price to look for buyers and it found them, you're not chasing the short into a place where it's likely to pivot. So most of the time when traders lose, they're chasing along and chasing a short at the wrong spot. You see this guy opening below hedge pressure. I know it's likely to resist that more than it's going to bounce. So you see these green candles and you go, oh my gosh, it's breaking out way past yesterday's close. That's a breakout high. Let me chase the long. Whereas I would see that and say, I'm not going to be fooled by that as easily as the average bear, right? Gap and go, gap and go. Market opens, gaps down a little bit, fills the gap, and it's sitting at hedge pressure. Do I long for the breakout or not? Well, no, I would actually not. I might be more prone to short that, because the hedging is a clear resistance that you'll see. And I'm going to watch when we get there. There's your high volume as you approach it. You have a volume spike as you get close to that strike. You're going through it. And as that volume's declining, you're seeing that resistance build up against that. So if I were too long on the breakout, I know very rapidly to get out of the way right there. Usually break hedge pressure one time, and if it doesn't work, it usually dies. So as all those hedgers are balancing their position, if it doesn't work, it usually dies. So if I longed and then I chose to stop. Now, I'm not longing because the algorithm is telling me to long. I'm longing because I would be bullish this thing for whatever reason I like that thing. You still have to have a good reason to buy a stock or trade a stock or swing a stock. You may use your charts and say, this is a bull setup. Okay, well, I need my confirmation here, and my bull setup is now invalidated. Okay, I'm out of the way quick. Very small loss. I'm gonna walk away for the day. That's the point. Know when to cut, know when to run, walk away as fast as you can. Okay, Zoom call coming up. We're going to jump in. We'll do some training, ask some questions. But everyone go to rocketscooter.com and get the free trial. And you can play with it for free. And then we're going to put that Zoom link up. Okay. Love you guys. Just Discord. Click the link. Scroll up in chat. It's right there. We'll see y'all in just a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. We love y'all to death. And we'll check y'all tomorrow. Well, actually, 5 minutes. We'll see y'all. Free trial, 7 days. No credit card. Nothing to lose. Taking a look at it. There's a ton of videos, a lot of education. How to predict volume and other things. It's free for you to check out. We're glad to share our stuff with you. And thanks for joining the team of the world's fastest growing trading platform, one of the largest Discord communities on the planet, and it's free. Check us out. There's a reason we're here, the reason we're on these spaces, is we're trying to make something great for the retail trader, and in the midst of a lot of junk out there. Love y'all.